Wazam, y'all, and welcome back to the Palace Pistons report. And this one, we're gonna look at game one, do a little review, and do a preview of game two. And today with me, I got my dog John and D Will. What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
What's
What's
up?
up?
What's up?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's up, Zach?
Hey, just got on. Sorry if I was keeping you guys waiting. I apologize. Sorry
No,
about
you
that.
good.
Zach
You
attack.
good. We actually just starting. So, go ahead.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. So everybody's here. My dog, Dave, John, and Zach, and whoever else might join. It's open for that kind of thing. But so, y'all asses was wrong, buddy. I called y'all experts and everything, and y'all let the Pistons go out there and embarrass me. So, what happened, man? Let's look at game one. What happened? And well, actually, how about this? I'll start with this question. Let's open with this question. And please hit that like button if y'all like this question too, and answer down in the comments. Can y'all say one thing positive about game one?
Cade went out for 39.
You took my thunder. I was just going to say Cade Cunningham.
But that's
I'm
pretty
gonna
much it.
say, since y'all said that, the defense still plays solid.
Win.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with that one.
In spurts. They play well in spurts.
Win.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Oh my God, but
Hey, no disrespect, Jay. They no disrespect. When did they play defense?
Yeah.
They played defense a little bit in the third quarter, man. They came back a little bit, but that was it, bro. That was it. That's the only positive I'll say, other than that, what y'all said, bro.
If there's one or two words that I can describe Sunday's game, it's train wreck.
Yeah, ugly.
Yeah, that's what I would describe it. A train wreck.
Right, that's a messed up question there. Come on, Tony, that's bad, bro. You ask a question like that. Hey, what else about that game, bro? Ugly.
No, it ain't. Because they're plenty positive things.
Why don't you give us a positive then? Since you said plenty of positive.
I can think of is Cade going out for 39. That's the only thing.
Thank you. That was the only positive.
The only thing I can take from that game, man.
Everybody lived through the game. That's a positive.
I feel you.
So from
Technically, you're
there,
right about that one.
So what happened then? If y'all, you said ain't much positive to say. So, go ahead, John. Kick us off. Tell me what happened in game one.
I'm gonna keep it simple, fellas. Orlando just outplayed us, man. They outplayed us from the start. We never led the whole game. They just outplayed us, bro. Out physical us. They outplayed us in our all style of play, man. They outplayed us, bro. So kudos to them, man. Kudos to Orlando. They handled business against us, bro. I'll give them their props. That was a good win for them. I'm gonna keep it simple.
Man, I got a laundry list of things that I could say was wrong with that game. I mean, just to kind of piggyback off of what John was saying, Orlando just basically set the tone early, and that they controlled the game like right from the jump.
Yep.
And we pretty much spent the entire game playing catch up to them. There was one point in I think the third quarter where we tied it up 65 all, but that was pretty much it. We spent the entire game playing catch up. They outplayed us. They out hustled us. I mean, yeah, Jalen Duran was pretty much a non-factor. Dude had 7 points and 5 rebounds, and then and then Assar didn't even play for much of the second half. He only played 9 minutes the entire second half.
Yeah,
and then it was unforced, unnecessary turnovers. Yeah, it was awful.
Seriously,
it was awful.
So
anybody else want to tell us? Well, go ahead, Dave. Tell us what happened in game one.
So game one, smack in the face, 35-27. You gave up 35 points in the first quarter. Then turned around and gave up 31 points in the fourth quarter. I don't know any NBA team giving up 30-plus points and still winning that game in 2 quarters. Second thing is, as we were talking earlier in pre-show, Orlando had a game plan, and we talked about this last session about the pick and roll.
True.
They had a game plan for it. They came in with that. They knew that was Detroit's bread and butter. They knew that's how Duran gets off. They had a game plan to shut that down immediately from the game go. So those are two of the deciding factors that lost the game for the Pistons.
I agree.
After that bad looking home loss, first home playoff game in a long time. What's y'all's panic level, 1 to 10?
Oh man.
I say for me, it's just three or four, man. Because I think as long as the Pistons bounce back in game two, they should be just fine, man. I think it's just a wake up call for the Pistons to wake up. They
Yep.
start off kind of flat this game. They didn't play them about a week, so for me, it ain't too bad, man. As long as they win game two and handle business, we should be fine.
So you think it's rust?
I think it was Russ, man. Russ and we didn't play. We wasn't enthused in that game, man. You can just tell from the jump they wasn't enthused to play that game for some reason. It wasn't
Word.
that wasn't Piston basketball we played on Sunday. That wasn't Piston basketball at all.
I agree with that. Dave, go ahead. What panic level, 1 to 10?
Two, two. I'm with J. Rib. If they solve Orlando's if they just understand that this playoff basketball, there's no tomorrow. Basically, you have to have that mentality. There's no tomorrow in playoff basketball. It's win or go home every day. Um, but I'm at a panic level too. I
All
think
right,
they'll be
Zach.
all right.
My bad. Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, I'm at a 2 as well. Sunday's game was very frustrating and annoying to watch. But to say this is a cause for panic, nah, I wouldn't say it's a cause for panic at all. I mean, the Pistons have proven themselves to be a pretty resilient team throughout the season, even when we had key players out like Cade, Jalen, Stu, you name them. It's not a cause for panic. It's a wake up call, if anything, just like John said. So I have full faith that they'll be able to adjust for tomorrow's game and pull out the win.
Okay, so I got the box score up there. I'm just gonna take a quick little look. Of course, we already talked about Cade leading the Pistons with 39. Tobias also had or chipped in with 17,
Yeah,
and
that's
let's
the
see,
only other
17 and
Piston
six
in double figures.
rebounds. Yeah, that's the only other Piston in double figures. The next closest man to that was Duncan Robinson with 9 points. I'll
Oh,
go ahead and put up Orlando's box score. Orlando had Paulo Banquero had led them with 23. Surprisingly, Jaden Suggs, I thought he would have had much better numbers. He only had 16, but he was every single place that he could be. He had 4 rebounds, 4 assists. It seemed like he should have had a whole lot more and everything like that. And a big impact for the Magic, I truly believe, late in the game was Franz Wagner. He didn't do much until he just started going to the rack and dunking on people.
Didn't I
so
tell you, J. Real? And
yeah,
what
Yep.
I
you called
said?
it. You called
So that
it,
one,
bro. No, you was right.
right. So we also talked about looking. I got the like the team stats up there. So of course, Orlando out rebounded the Pistons 45-39. More assists, 26-19. More steals, 11-9. They were even at 6 blocks apiece. Pistons had two more turnovers with 14. The Magic shot better, 48% to the Pistons 40%. Pistons shot a tick better from the three, 31% to 29%. And they were about even from the free throw line. Pistons at 76%, and the Orlando Magic at 73%. All right, so let's go ahead and revisit y'all's player picks. I know y'all, maybe a couple of y'all may be embarrassed to talk about y'all's player picks from last time. So who wants to start us out? Go ahead, Zach. Go ahead, and start us out, man.
Man, it's just like ripping off a band-aid. Okay. If y'all don't remember, I picked I picked Kevin Huerter because I thought he was gonna be play a bigger role, be more of a X factor. But as you can see, the stat line, like right in front of all of us, dude played 18 minutes. He only had 3 points the entire game, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 foul. Yeah, I had much higher expectations for him going into game one.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't because you picked Kevin Horter. You picked a player that could do that to you.
No, but I thought he was going to play better than this, man. I thought he was going to play better, but but going forward, obviously this can't happen. Other players got to step up besides Cade, and that's a big reason why we lost. And I think Kevin Horter is definitely one of those guys that has to step up. Mm.
So I had Isaiah Stewart as mine. He actually had a decent game. Stu played 19 minutes. He had 3 points, 4 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 steal. He had a nice little block on Powell in that game. Nice little block at the rim.
Yep.
So, I mean, he played okay for what he did, but I think he should play a little bit more minutes. But he did okay. He didn't do like I thought he would do, but he played an impactful role for the Pistons in that game. Decent.
Now, earlier when I asked for positive things, you act like y'all couldn't say nothing positive, and John just put a whole lot of sugar on the other S word right there. Dave, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Who'd you have?
Uh, Dennis Jenkins.
Oh.
Who? Say it again. What's his name?
Dennis disappear Jenkins.
You're not wrong about that.
Oh,
so fellas, I want to throw some positivity for you guys. Though Kevin Huerter and Isaiah Stewart, at least they were plus players. Disappear Jenkins, a -11.
oh.
That says it all. 1 for 7, 1 for 6 from 3-point land, 2 assists. At least he had 0 turnovers, but a -11. He's plus minus. He was a -11. At least your picks were plus players. So yeah, disappear Jenkins.
Caddy, go ahead and close us out.
All right. I had Asar Thompson, man. He had played 25 minutes the least amount of minutes out of the starters. He had the 8 points, the 7 rebounds, 1 assist. He did have that 2 steals that we was talking about last time. He had 3.
Yeah.
So he did have the steals, but I was mostly talking about him for like defense wise. Just kind of stop some of those players, but to me, none of them really played good defense, so it was just a bad day for all around players for me.
I agree. That's I like that. Closing the game 1 review out. Does anybody have a player of the game?
Other than Cade.
Okay, other than Cade.
Other than Cade.
No, you can say Cade. If y'all is that y'all want to collectively say Cade?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
All right.
much.
All right, well,
Cade was the only bright spot.
So Cade is the player of the game. Each of y'all give me one thing differently. One thing different y'all wanna highlight about him. Go ahead, Dave. Kick it off.
Floor leadership, and he's been mentioned in MVP categories. He showed why he was mentioned in those categories. You know what I'm saying? MVP step up for the team. Unfortunately, this was a loss, but he wasn't the reason. He was not the reason they lost.
I would say the role players got to step up, man, for Cade. I mean, he played a great game, but we need the rest of the guys to play hard and score for him, man, and take that load off of him, man. So I'll say the players in the starting line need to step up. Obviously, the bench need to step up, but we, as a collective, we all need to step up to help this guy out, man. He's a great player. Cade's our MVP, but we need to step up for him, man, honestly.
Okay. I think one thing I can definitely take away from Cade is that for the most part, he was poised. He didn't really look rattled throughout the game. Obviously, I wish it would have resulted in a win instead of a loss. But Cade showed, just like D. Will said, he showed why he's a leader. We need someone that can remain composed, get all the guys together. But yeah, the rest of the guys got to step up. We can't go the series go down 2-0 tomorrow. We got tied up 1-1. We don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with all y'all. Everybody said, but I think the thing that I like the most is K did try to get his players involved early, and when he realized that wasn't really working, you seen how he got like super aggressive towards in the second half. He tried to do what he tried to put him on his back, but you can only do so much, man. So I mean, I like the aggressive part, but I think he have to start that off going in the second game. I think he have to start off like that and then try to get his players involved. So,
I like
you
that.
You might see that, Caddy. But hey, T, can I give this one stat real quick to support everybody when we were talking about Cade?
Go ahead.
This is a miscellaneous stat. I don't know. A lot of people don't track this, but I do. Cade finished the game with 4 assists, but he set up 16 other players, and only got 4 assists out of that. That says a whole lot about what Jay Riff was saying. They got to step up. You only get you giving out 16 setups, and I mean when they call it setups, it's putting a player in a scoring position. 16 times he set his teammates up, and only 4 cash-ins. That
Wow.
says a lot right there.
Yeah, that's pitiful. That's
Yeah.
pitiful. But I like the way you was taking that, Caddy. So, like how you said, looking in the game too. So we're gonna go ahead and flip that thing over and look into the preview of game 2, and we're gonna intro that with a word from Rashid Wallace. Oh dang it! Hold on.
I'll put it in the front page, back page, middle page, wherever. Headliners, column 1 or 2, we will win game 2.
Got back it off.
We will win game 2.
So, y'all heard Sheed. Go ahead and let me know, how do you feel that game 2 is gonna go?
So I'm gonna start it off, fellas. I'm gonna say this. I think the Pistons will come out and attack and be strong in the first quarter. We need to get a lead early in the game. Once you get a lead on Orlando, you can take advantage of them. They're not a great shooting team, so once you get a big lead on them, you can pretty much put them away. So I think the Pistons will come out aggressive tomorrow, attack the rim, get Dorn involved early, and get this dub pretty easy tomorrow, fellas. That's what we all hope. So that's what I hope. So
Yeah, I would agree. I feel like they have to. They got to come out from tip off. They got to come out aggressive. Make sure. I think they got to get. They have to get Doran involved, man. They have to get him the ball quick. And
100%.
Doran, as soon as he get the ball, he have to go quick because they like building up a wall around him. As soon as he get it, they blitzing him. So I think he have to go quick when he get the ball. If they blitz too quick, then our shooters got to be ready to shoot, and they got to actually make the shots though. But I think they'll be aggressive coming out, and hopefully it'll be a blowout because I think they're gonna realize they don't want to go down 2 games. So, but we'll see.
Yeah, I agree with Caddy. Tomorrow, the Pistons right from the jump, they gotta set the tone early. They gotta assert their will early. They basically have to do the complete and total opposite of what they did in game 1 to win game 2. Everybody's got to step up. Cade's just got to keep doing his thing. He had 39 in game 1. But yeah, I think it's going to come down to who can set the tone early, who can assert their will early, and keep that going for the rest of the game. And I think game 1 was definitely a wake-up call for our guys. So I think they're definitely going to use that as motivation to put the Magic away and tie it up 1-1.
So check this out, fellas. This is a 32-9 after a home loss this season. In those 32 games, Cade has averaged 30 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. Dylan Durden has averaged 21, 12, and 8. What did we just say in the previous thing? Those two cats got to step up. Tobias, 15 and 8.
okay.
There's the recipe right there. We said that before game 1 that those 3 had to lead the team in scoring. The statistics say that the team will lead them in scoring after a home loss. It's just a simple fact, like Caddy said, K got to come out aggressive. I'm not passing the ball if I'm K. I'm going to the rack and I'm going to force the ref to blow the whistle. Or I'm going to get my bucket, and everybody else has to follow my lead. They got to be more aggressive. They got to play Detroit basketball. And to Jay Riv's opening statement, they got to play Detroit basketball defense.
That's right.
They actually have to play it this time. They didn't play it game 1, Jay Riv, so maybe we'll see it game 2.
I hope so, bro. That we all hope so, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they got to make them shots too, man. Because if you making them shots, them 3-point shots, or even mid range, you can't double during like they was the first game.
I'm gonna borrow something from the Great League Course, so not so fast, because that's where we're heading.
All right.
So last time around, I think I asked for one phrase answers, and I asked I said the Pistons win game 1 if. This time around, one phrase answers again. I'm gonna ask the Pistons. Well, what's one thing the Pistons must do better in Game 2? Go ahead, start us out, Zach.
In order to win game two, this has got to impose their will right from the jump. Got to impose their will.
In order to win game two, like I was saying just a second ago, they got to make them open shots, man. If they make them open shots and open the lane, not just for Durham, but for Cade as well.
So with the open shots, and y'all can, I give y'all all a chance to answer this as well. Do you think it needs to be? Do you think Kevin Horter should get more playing time? Because he actually didn't. I don't know if he played that well, but he at least he looked a little aggressive. He looked like he wanted to take a shot. So, do you think that Kevin Horter gets more minutes in Game 2?
Yeah, I think he will. I think he should because he an outside threat more than some of the other ones, especially like Asar and things like that. So I think he should. So we'll see if he do though.
I'm gonna say this, man. I hope JB can put some lineups out there that can space the floor, like Kevin Herter's and Duncan Robinson's. Somebody can space the floor to help Cade or Janis Jenkins set up people to shoot the rock. So we need some guys that can space the floor. That even Javante Green sometime, Holland, but we need some sports. Holland ain't a good shooter, but but just some guys that can space the floor, man. That can
D was
open the
shaking his
floor
head.
up. But I'd say the guys like Herter and Duncan, man. We need to space them out. Get Cade and some guys that can shoot the ball on the floor, man. We're doing too, and Stu. So it'll help us out a lot, man. So it's four spacers.
All right, Dave or D. Will. My bad. I would keep calling you Dave too, but go ahead. Do you see more minutes for Kevin Herter? And what is one phrase answer, of course? And I should have cut y'all short because I'd be like one phrase answer. That nigga Zach can read us a book, but
Yeah.
one phrase answer.
I want to see him do better. That's it, man.
I got it.
That's what I want.
I got you. I'm picking, man. I'm picking, and I'm picking. I actually think you did get one phrase, so you look past me sometimes, as the old people used to say. But D. Will, like I said, one phrase answer on the what must the Pistons do different in Game 2, and go ahead and let me know about do you see more minutes for Kevin Herter?
Absolutely, for Kevin Herter. Production. You only can produce when you get the opportunity. So yeah, he'll get some more minutes. And they have to play Piston basketball. One phrase answer: Piston basketball.
A little earlier, I don't know if we were on screen when we were talking about this, but I heard the name Javante Green mentioned. Go ahead. Should y'all John had mentioned about changing up the lineups. How do you feel about inserting Javante Green into one of those rotations?
I'm a big fan of Javante Green, fellas. I like him. I like his toughness. He's a good defender, good steals. I like him a lot actually for this team. I think he should get a little bit more minutes. Him and Paul Reed. I think JB should figure a way to get both those players some minutes. So I think Javante definitely should get more run. For me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with J Riv. I'm a big fan of Javante Green as well. I think he's a good hustle player. He can definitely play good defense. He can definitely shoot the three. I don't know if you guys have seen him shoot, but he can definitely shoot the three. So he's definitely a good asset to the team. But yeah, he definitely deserves more minutes because yeah, he's just a good asset to the team, and I think he deserves to have the opportunity to show that, and I think he will get that opportunity in game two.
Caddy?
Yeah, I have to agree. I think he need to play a little bit more minutes. For one reason is because as much as I like Duncan shooting on defense, he kind of a liability. If you seen first game, you got 3 quick fouls. Because they was just attacking them every time they got the ball. So I think Javante Green will play better defense more than Duncan. Plus, he can shoot. So I think they got to insert him in that rotation a little bit more, just to kind of free up Duncan and keep him out of like foul trouble.
Go ahead and close us out, Dave.
Javante Green, 7.3 points, 4.5 rebounds versus in 5 games versus the Magic this season. Kevin Herter, 12.2 points, 3.8 assists versus Orlando. Stats don't lie, gentlemen. Kevin Herter and Devontae Green deserve some time. Devontae Green also brings a dual threat because he is a defender, as Caddy mentioned before. Um, I honestly would like to see if you're not going to have a star on Franz Wagner or Pablo. I would like to see Javante Green get his crack at them late in the game. So yeah, those two definitely deserve some more minutes and some more opportunities.
This will be the point where we're gonna go ahead and bring this the second half of this episode, the game two preview, to a close. But before we do that, we're gonna take a quick look at these betting odds. Looks like they got the Pistons at almost a 10-point favorite. That's about the same as it was last time. I don't have any parlays because I don't want y'all wasting y'all's $5 this time around. So this time around, let me know, guys, top to bottom, starting with you, start with you, D. Wheel. 10 point game. You taking that or no?
No, nope, not until I see the production. No,
I'm gonna piggyback off D Will on that. I'm not taking it either, man. I don't think they're gonna cover, man. I think they're gonna win the game, but I don't think they're gonna cover. I hope they cover, but I don't see them covering. They gotta prove me. They gotta prove me wrong.
Yeah, I might have to agree with D. Will and J. Rev. I don't think they're going to do it. Not until I see the results. Not until I see what they can do. So yeah, they have to show me what they can do.
Yeah, I agree. I think 9.5, 10 points, a little bit too much of a margin. Even though I said I think it might be a blowout, but until I see it, I can't go with that margin. I can't go with that spread.
I tell you what, I might will put $10 on it, and that's just just how things usually go, or I'm hoping how things usually go. And I think the Pistons are gonna come out way more aggressive. And one of y'all said, I don't remember, but I'm I guess hoping for something more like a blowout. But heading on out the door, go ahead and give us y'all score predictions for game two.
Okay, I'll go with 110 to 102. 110 Pistons, 102 Magic.
Ooh. I want to go with a blowout score. I really do. But just to be safe, I'm going to go 115, 108 Pistons.
Man, I'm going to go with 105 to 96 Pistons.
115, 111, Detroit.
Ooh, we all pretty much close games. All pretty much close games. I'm the only one who's thinking that the Pistons is gonna wake up, huh? Well, let's see. So, thank everybody for watching this thing. Of course, if you agree or disagree, go and hit that like button, and please go ahead and let us know what y'all thinking down in the comments. If you think that that Dave had some silly things to say, or if you think that DeVille should change his background, go ahead and let us know in the comments. And I'll see y'all in the next one.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Let's take a look at the Pistons' upcoming schedule. There aren't many left, courtesy of Best Buy. Watch them all on Fox Sports Detroit. Low in the lane for the hook, and he hit it. Count that, baby, and a foul. They're going to blow the whistle.
Style.